Well, springtime in Oklahoma brings a new season of youth sports.
And while it's an exciting time for kids and most parents, it's also a time when some adults really just lose their cool on the sidelines. News on 6's Terry Hood joins us for an in-depth look at the problem. Terry?
Well, you guys, you know that kids or parents losing their cool and getting riled up at kids' games is nothing new. But many say the trend is getting so bad it's turning some kids away from sports altogether. I met a Broken Arrow man on a nationwide mission to make it stop. It doesn't get much worse than this. Two union coaches in a full-on brawl at a third-grade football game after one coach benches the other coach's son. The incident highlights what many see as a growing problem in youth sports. Adults behaving badly.
Our kids are soaking that up like a sponge.
Steve Hahn is a counselor at Tulsa's Parent Child Center. He says coaches and parents often set examples they would not want their kids to follow.
It's the sport, they're involved, they're there, they're psyched up, they're ready to go, and so when they see something occur that they don't agree with, they're in it. They're in it physically, they're in it verbally, and they become aggressive.
The targets of this behavior can be coaches, other parents, and of course, the referees, who are oftentimes just kids themselves.
So I was just like, it's just a sport. Why do you have to yell at me?
Aiden Jacob reffed his first game when he was 11, and at 13, says the abuse just keeps coming.
Last week we had parents and coaches getting mad. We almost called the police.
Unfortunately, Jacob is far from alone.
I've removed coaches, I've removed parents, I've removed announcers.
Announcers. All of which led veteran soccer referee Brian Barlow of Broken Arrow to a tipping point.
I just thought, you know, somebody has to do something, and why not me?
Barlow started a Facebook page called Offside, which gives refs, coaches, and parents a forum to discuss what was happening to the sport they love. And then Barlow decided to take it a step further.
I mean, I've probably got 200 to 300 videos at this point in time.
He offered a $100 bounty for video he posts on the page showing parents and coaches out of control.
Ref, you are horrible!
So far, about a dozen videos have made the cut.
I'm not against parents. I'm against parents that can't contain and or control their emotions or their judgment on the sideline of a soccer pitch.
The movement, which Barlow calls STOP, as in stop tormenting officials permanently, is going nationwide. Barlow says he's gotten support from high-level soccer officials around the country.
So the whole initiative is built on the fact that referees are human, we make mistakes, things happen, but let the game play out.
And counselors say parents need to remember that when they're out of control, it places tremendous stress on their children.
We have to learn how to present loss as a teachable moment with our kids.
Otherwise, the teachable moments we show our kids may be something we're not proud of, a lesson a now former union coach learned the hard way.
I would like to tell them, honestly, that I'm so sorry. They didn't deserve that, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Now, Brian Barlow presented the STOP program at a national soccer conference in Philadelphia earlier this year and says almost 250 clubs and organizations around the country are interested in becoming affiliates. And, you know, he tells me the thing with the soccer in particular is so many of those kids, you know, doing the little ones games, some of them are 10 years old themselves, 11, and they're having a hard time finding kids to even do it because they're getting yelled at so often.
That lady just jumped right up and just kicked the ball right back on the field.
Yeah. Talk about setting a bad example.
I
know. Sportsmanship we talk about all the time, but you got to practice what you preach.
Right. I mean, parents feel like that they're standing up for their kids. They get so invested in it, and they really, that's the point of the video. He says, you know, a lot of times if you see yourself and think, oh my goodness, like that union coach, like I had no idea I was that out of control till I saw myself, and then he was so embarrassed.
And sometimes it is hard to bite your tongue.
Yeah,
you know, but
you got to practice.
All right, Terry, thank you very much.